The People Helping People Burlington Food Pantry recently received a food security infrastructure grant paid by the state of Massachusetts.
And we were lucky to receive $106,000 to fund some expansions for our food pantry. The money has been mostly spent at this point. The big chunk of money went to purchase a refrigerated truck, which will greatly help with facilitating receiving deliveries, picking up food from donation sites, and bringing food around town to make deliveries to clients. We're hoping eventually to be able to actually add a mobile pantry where we will do little pop-up pantries around town to make it easier to get food out to families in need. One of the other big pieces in the grant was a backup generator, and so we have not received that one yet. It was, unfortunately, with the pandemic, everything is on back order, but we're actually hoping, with a little luck, that the timing, since we're actually hoping to move to a different location, that the timing will be just right and we can just install it in the new location. Everything else are smaller items, so we have been using folding tables, which, takes a beating over time when you're constantly moving them around. So with this grant, we were able to actually invest in solid stainless steel tables, which are much easier to clean. We put them on wheels so that they're easy to move around within the building, and they're counter height so that people aren't bending over, putting strain on their backs, working at these tables for long periods of time. We also were able to add a freezer to increase our cold storage capacity. Actually, with the refrigerated truck, that kind of also works as a flexible extension of our cold storage capacity, because we were able to add a plug so that we can plug it in and run it more or less like a walk-in fridge if we all of a sudden get a big donation that requires cold storage overnight before we can actually get it out to families.
It was through the efforts of People Helping People volunteers that brought the grant to fruition.
We actually had a number of volunteers that were involved. Melanie Gosgarian was the one that brought the grant to our attention. She's sort of been on the side keeping a track of available grants, but it became a team effort. Tracy and Marcia Rich stepped in to help write the grant. A lot of times when we write grants, they're relatively small grants for small amount of money, and this one was such a much larger task that we put a team together to help.
From the People Helping People Burlington Food Pantry, I'm BNEWS reporter Ted Stefanik.